So when I got the BJ's auto, last year, wasn't beyond BJ, I got to the intersection, I set my stopwatch,
You ready?
17 minutes to go from that corner to home.
Tim Gannon, can you lead us off in a pledge of allegiance?
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pastor LeBron. You're in here already?
No, I gotta go back and get this one, please.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Pastor.
It is a wonderful evening since you're here, sir.
Thank you. Let's pray. I urge then first of all that petitions, prayer, intersections, and thanksgiving be made for all people. This is good and please God our Savior. 1 Timothy 2:13. Will you bow your heads and pray with me? Dear wise and loving Father, first let me say thank you. On behalf of all who are gathered here today, I thank you for many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life itself, for the measuring of health, for sustenance and friendship. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful works and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibility. Thanks as well for the freedom to embrace you or the freedom to reject you. In the scripture, you have established those with authority to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for our supervisor, for all various levels of officials, and particularly for the people of this assembly this evening. I am asking you will graciously grant them wisdom to govern amidst of conflicting interests and issue of our time, a sense of the welfare and true need of our people, a warm heart for justice and rightness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement. Give us personal peace and joy in our task. I pray for the agenda set before us tonight. Please give an assurance of what will please you and what will benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved town of Riverhead. It is in your most blessed name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor LeBron.
Have a good one.
We should go through the right Andy and we'll put on him for that because that's just wrong. He got caught. All right, Diane? Pass? Oh, I'm sorry, John. Okay, go ahead.
You threw me off there.
It's the,
The October 4th?
October 4th. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes of the October 4th meeting of the town board. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wilton.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Abstain, I wasn't here.
Walter.
Yes.
The minutes are approved. Under correspondence, we have a letter from Ava Ochio-Grosso, 4th grader at Acapulco School, and she was our supervisor of the day at our last meeting. She sent a letter expressing her concerns over the trash on our town beaches and streets. Robert Schaefer and Arthur Bailey Jr. sent a letter requesting that the town straighten the S-curve on Edwards Avenue or investigate other solutions to alleviate any more accidents in that area. Under reports, the building department submitted their monthly report for September, and that was $44,070.50. Town clerk's monthly report for September was $15,682.42. That's all I have.
Any other town board reports? Not seeing anybody? We are going to open up the first public hearing, scheduled for 7 o'clock. It is now 7:05. We're going to open up the public hearing for the consideration of a local law to override the tax levy limit established and set forth by General Municipal Law 3C. Would anybody like to be heard on this subject? All right, not seeing anybody. We're going to close public comment portion, leave it open for written comment until October 21st at 4:30 in the town clerk's office. Second public hearing is scheduled for 7:05. It is now 7:05. This is the consideration of a local law to amend Chapter 301 entitled Zoning and Land Development of the Town of Riverhead Town Code, Subdivision Regulations. And we open up that public hearing. And this is a public hearing. Larry, can you this is,
They couldn't hear in the background, so I didn't know how to work it.
oh, well, it's, yeah, you gotta get Larry. If you adjust the wrong thing, it's gonna start feeding back. Do you have it? Yeah, that's better. All right, this public hearing is a public hearing to change the town code to grant to the town of Riverhead the ability to do subdivisions of EPCAL prospectively. We're not looking to take the subdivision from the planning board that they're dealing with right now. And the reason to do this is because there's a 90-day default permit approval that we passed in New York State regulation and New York State law, and it would be very difficult for the town board to review site plans, the planning board to review subdivisions, and us to get that all wrapped up in 90 days. So in order to stick with the tenets of the law that we got passed, we're asking to have the town board vested with the jurisdiction of both subdivision and site plan regulations. Does anybody wish to be heard on this? How you doing, Laura?
Good. Laura Jen Smith from Laurel, and I just would like to address some concerns I have about the amendment to this. The change, as you said, would grant subdivision approval, but it's not just in EPCAL. I believe it's for the urban renewal designated areas of to the town board.
It is. I apologize.
Yeah.
It's also downtown.
So
I don't anticipate many subdivisions downtown at all.
But it would also include East Main Street downtown and the Railroad Avenue corridor. Am I correct in that? Okay. And the town board currently has a site plan approval for these areas. So I'm wondering why you're also now seeking the subdivision approval. I know that you've talked about the 90-day approval, but I believe that there might be some other areas that have 90-day approvals.
Nope, only the
Only
EPCAL
this?
subdivision, but we kept it. We wanted to track it with the urban renewal, so it is also for downtown, but it's not.
Farm stand review,
No,
not
nothing
90
like that.
days?
Nope, just
Okay.
just the urban renewal areas, Main Street, EPCAL, and I guess over to Railroad Avenue. It's not our intention to take over Main Street, but everything is tied to the urban renewal law with the state code.
I still have some concerns about it. It just seems to me that the planning board has had subdivision approval dating back as far as 1948 here in the town of Riverhead. And I would encourage you to continue to allow the planning board to have the subdivision approval for parcels in these areas. The planning board exists to provide expert town planning. They receive training each year to effectively carry out these duties. The town board members are charged with many duties. Adding subdivision approvals when a board already exists with this as one of their primary duties seems ill-conceived to me. I also think that the town board to have approval of both the subdivision plats and the site plan removes a second set of eyes from viewing what is sure to be major development projects here in the town of Riverhead. It is also not a secret that Riverhead is looking to EPCAL to help reduce town debt and close out our budget shortfalls. Having the planning board continue as it historically has to approve subdivision plats would remove the temptation to fast-track projects to help the town only in the short term. So I urge you to consider leaving the subdivision plat approval with the planning board, as seeing as that you do have site plan approval for all of these areas. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Does anybody else wish to be heard tonight? Not seeing anybody, I'll close the public comment portion, leave it open for written comment until October 21st, 4:30 in the Riverhead Town Clerk's office. The third public hearing was scheduled for 7:15. It is now 7:10, so we're going to wait a few minutes. Why don't we take up resolutions? Does anybody wish to be heard on resolutions tonight? Not seeing anybody? Diane, let's start with the resolutions.
My goodness gracious.
Resolution 776.
776, authorize acceptance of LIC, New York State Housing Stabilization Fund Award. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, this is the $100,000 we're getting for the zombie houses. So I vote yes.
Walter.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
Resolution
That's
adopted.
right.
Resolution,
Chris Kempner. Thank you.
resolution,
Sorry. Staff is texting me while I'm trying to work. I'm not good at multitasking.
resolution 777.
This ratifies the authorization for the town clerk to publish and post notice for public hearing regarding the HUD Community Development Block Grant, the CDBG 2017 funds. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 778.
Ratifies the appointment of an intern to the police department. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, this appoints a student from Suffolk Community College as an intern to River Police Department to help them out over there. I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 779.
Ratifies a request for a leave of absence. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 780.
Accept the resignation of part-time police officer. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 781.
State Environmental Quality Review Act to seek for determination of significance for special permit, site plan, and variance applications for proposed development known as Preston House located at 428 East Main Street, Riverhead, described as Suffolk County Tax Map 600-129-3-13. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please. Oh, sorry.
On the second page, the second, third, fourth, fifth whereas, it has recital about when the public hearing was held by the ZBA.
Right.
And that date was actually June 23rd, 2016.
Oh, okay.
So we need to amend that date to reflect that.
All right. Can we move that as
So moved
amended?
as amended.
Jody?
Second as amended.
Moved and seconded as amended. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes, as amended.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 782.
Awards bid for ambulance body remounts of 2003 and 2006 PL Custom Type 3 ambulance. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, this is costing us less than buying new ambulances to refit the older ones that we have. So I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 783.
Approves the Chapter 255 application of Baiting Hollow Congregational Church, 225th Anniversary Civil War Encampment and All Wars Memorial Service, Saturday, November 5th, 2016. So moved.
And seconded.
Get your Civil War regalia. Moved and
That's
seconded.
pretty cool.
Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 784.
Approves the Chapter 255 application of East End Rowing Institute Ltd. Snowflake Regatta, Sunday, November 13th, 2016. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, if anybody has never seen one of these, you should come down to the riverfront and watch it. They're very interesting, and they're from all over Suffolk County and Nassau County to come out here and compete. So I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 785.
Approves the Chapter 255 application Riverhead Running Club Incorporated for the 5K run entitled Trick or Trot. 5K race, Saturday, October 29th. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Candy. Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 786.
Approves Chapter 255 application of the Titan Run 5K obstacle run, Saturday, October 22nd, 2016. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 787.
Authorizes the town supervisor to execute intermunicipal agreement between the County of Suffolk and the Town of Riverhead, Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan. So moved.
Then seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 788.
Ratifies authorization for the supervisor to execute an addendum to the agreement with L.K. McLean Associates Incorporated. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 789.
This authorizes the acceptance of a donation of a kiosk at the entrance of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Trail at EFCAP. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes, I want to thank Matt Hansen. It's an Eagle Scout project, and I wish him luck in his future. Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, I got to echo Councilwoman Giglio. This young man in this Eagle Scout project did a great job, and I want to thank him. I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 790.
Ratifies a settlement with Reliance Insurance. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 791.
I got a motion to table this resolution. We didn't get 3 bids, we only got 2. We have to get a 3rd bid, so we can't award it yet. And we may not award it to this company when we get the 3rd bid. So, I would
I
have,
make a motion that we table resolution 791. So moved.
Second.
moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes to table.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, the table.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 791 is tabled. Resolution 792.
Extends the bid contract for calcium hydrochlorate tablets for Riverhead Water District. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 793.
This awards a bid, installation of variable frequency drives for plant number 10 at the Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 794.
We fixed both of these with an easement language, paragraph 6. Let's see. Owner acknowledges and specifically agrees that the water service provided pursuant to this agreement will be exclusively for residential use of the premises by the owners, and acknowledge if they violate that, we can cancel the agreement.
Thank you.
And they also paid Keys money. I
And they
believe.
will pay key money when
Will
they
pay,
hook up,
yes.
yes. And I think the second one has that too,
And
so,
they're paying for everything, right?
yes.
Second one is paragraph 5.
And the second one has a similar language in paragraph 5.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you move that, Jody?
Authorizes execution of water service agreement with Reginald and Connie Farr, Bating Hollow, New York. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 795.
Authorizes execution of water service agreement with Timber Gardens LLC. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
That's the same assurances.
Yes.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 796.
Authorize town clerk to publish and post notice for bidders for water service materials. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 797.
That's Is there a motion to pay the bills? So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy,
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
All right, I have three resolutions to take off the floor. All three are good. One, we are waiting for the union president to sign on to. I just got a text, she did. The first, if we could get a motion, I'll read all three. For 798, authorizes town clerk to publish and post a public notice of public hearing to consider a proposed local law to an amendment of Chapter 289 entitled Vehicles and Traffic and Parking Regulations of the Riverhead Town Code. Second is a 799 extends a bid for residential solid waste collection. We should have done this several months ago for the Riverhead Refuse and Garbage District because we agreed to do it. We just never passed a resolution. And 800 authorizes the supervisor to execute a stipulation with local 1000 AFSCME AFL-CIO Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk County Local 852 and authorizes the town supervisor to execute a professional, well, it's not a professional service, professional service agreement with Martin Lynch. So can I get a resolution
I
to
make
take?
a resolution, we take 798, 799, and 800 off the floor for consideration. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, take all three resolutions off the floor.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 798, 799, and 800 are taken off the floor. I'll call resolution 798.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post a notice of public hearing to consider a proposed local law for an amendment of Chapter 289 entitled Vehicles, Traffic, and Parking Regulations of the Riverhead Town Code, and this reduces the speed limit on Sound Shore Road to 30 miles per hour.
Hey, Tom Cullen. See him out there.
So moved.
Seconded. How long did this take to get from?
I don't even remember
10
submitting
years.
this.
It was years, I believe, right?
Chief's back there, he can tell us when we submitted the 9 to the state. It's a while ago.
I
We
don't
got it
remember
done.
even doing it, so it's gotta be back to 2010 or, moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 799.
Extends bid for residential solid waste collection and disposal for the Riverhead Refuge and Garbage District. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
European Americans doing a great job, and we're paying half the price that we paid the other contractor. Yes.
2-day-a-week
Wooten.
delivery pickup.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution
Those guys are
adopted.
fantastic.
Resolution 800.
Authorize the supervisor
Oh,
to
sorry.
execute a consideration with local 1000 AFC CME AFL-CIO Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk Local Number 852 and authorize the town supervisor to execute a professional service agreement with Martin Lynch. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
All right, so I have three public hearings that I'm gonna open up. These public hearings, are one for a change of zone, and, the first public hearing was scheduled for 7:15. It is now 7:23, and this is a consideration of an amendment to the Riverhead 2003 Comprehensive Plan and change of zone to alter the zoning on parcels located on the east side and west sides of Roanoke Avenue, Riverhead, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0600-108-3-17.1 and 0600-108-3-22.1 from Shopping Center SC zoning use district to Hospital H zoning use district. I hereby open that public hearing. The second public hearing is on a similar matter, also scheduled for 7:15. It is now 7:24. We open up the public hearing for a consideration of a local law to amend Chapter 301 entitled Zoning and Land Development of the Riverhead Town Code, Article 1, Title, Purpose, Definitions, and Interpretation, Supplementary Use Regulations, Site Plan Review. That hearing is hereby opened at the same time. And the third public hearing is a consideration of a local law to amend Chapter 301, scheduled for 7:15. It is now 7:25. And we open up the consideration of a local law to amend Chapter 301 entitled Zoning and Land Development of the Riverhead Town Code, Hospital H Zoning Use District. These amendments are made, or these public hearings are set and called for by the Riverhead Town Board. I'm gonna let Bob talk about them, but for those of you that don't understand, we do have a hospital in the town. The master plan talks about a hospital in the zoning, talks about a hospital in the master plan. And the hospital owns 2 parcels in the town, and we never adopted, when the master plan was adopted, we never adopted zoning for the hospital, and we put the hospital in a shopping center zoning, which makes no sense. So on my motion and the town board's motion, we drafted zoning that works for a hospital, and we're having a public hearing for the zoning on the hospital, a second public hearing for the adoption and change of the master plan to implement the hospital zoning, and then a hearing so that the town board can approve site plans for the hospital, as we are in a race to get a cardiac catheterization unit in the town of Riverhead, a race that this town board is determined to win. And it's unfortunate that the state of New York has put us in this position, because I really don't want to do the site plan review. But if we're going to win the race, we have to move expeditiously. So I've given some editorial comments. Bob, do you want to talk a little bit more?
You addressed a lot of what I was going to discuss. As you already indicated, when the town adopted the comprehensive land use plan in November 2003, it contained a chapter which was Chapter 12, Community Facilities Element. And in that chapter, in the very first section, actually, Section 12.1 Vision Statement, because community facilities protect public safety and enhance the quality of life in Riverhead, they should be improved and or expanded to meet growing needs. In addition, one of the goals that was identified under health services, which was Section 12.8 of that chapter, it also identified as goal 12.16, improve the town's ability to address health and human services needs throughout the community. The public hearing to amend the zoning on the parcels that you identified as being located in shopping center or SC zone are the parcels that currently are on the northeast side of the circle. It's approximately 8.5 acres. The property class under the town GIS system is listed as 641 Hospital, no surprise. The one on the other side is approximately 2 acres. It's identified as parking lot, again, as no surprise. And the goal is to change the zoning on both of them to ultimately be that of the proposed hospital legislation, which is H. There was one error in the public hearing notice. I think we previously discussed at the prior hearing where it talked about
Hospital landing site?
hospital landing site. It should be helicopter
Helicopter
landing
landing
site. That was in the comp plan change zone. The actual hospital legislation did have the correct language, and that is I think the third of the public hearings. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. That was to amend our code to allow for different zoning setbacks and height restrictions, which I am not going to go through extensively, except to say that it identified a number of permitted accessory uses, which make a lot of sense. Offices for hospital staff, medical office space, extended care facility, public bus or passenger bus shelter, physical therapy, helicopter landing site, as I mentioned, garages. Dimensional regulations were a minimum lot area of 40,000 square feet, and we provide for a height that shall not exceed 70 feet. However, where certain structures are excluded from that, which were rooftop bulkheads, elevator bulkheads, stair bulkheads, water towers, fire towers, hose towers, cooling towers, mechanical equipment, helipad, chimneys, and I'm not going to go through them all. Maximum lot percentage is 90%. Maximum floor area ratio, or FAR, is 1.5. Basically, this is the board's intent to change the zoning on those parcels, as well as adopt new zoning, which would be in furtherance of the issues that were identified in Chapter 12 of the Comp Plan Community Facilities element.
All right, I just want to, there was also, it's our intention under the public hearing that's a consideration of a local law to change the supplementary use regulations, that the town board has the same authority under site plan review to approve as modified or disapprove site plans. And I'm going to hand something to Diane. Section 301-303 allows the planning board to review, approve, and approve with modifications or disapprove site plans. When we wrote this, we said that we would have site plans shall be forwarded to the town board to be reviewed and approved. We really want it to be the same language. I think the intent is there to be approved, approved with modification, or disapproved. So I don't think this is a substantive change, but I want to hand this to Diane, enter that into the record. And with that being said, does anybody wish to be heard on these three public hearings?
I would just like to say on section 301-112.4 with accessory uses, as discussed in the work session and in speaking with the president of the hospital and or the board of directors of the hospital, and also with the attorney representing the hospital, that under G, wireless and satellite antennas, that would be for hospital use only and for emergency services, and no cellular communications to AT&T, Verizon, or any other cell phone companies would be attached to the hospital for that use. It would be for emergency purposes only, emergency services.
All right, does anybody else wish to be heard
I
on
just want
the?
to say something. The height of the building, is going up because it's not a regular floor. You have the operating rooms, regular floor is 8 foot high. In the operating rooms, it's anywhere from 10 to 11 foot high.
20 feet.
So
20
that,
feet, up to
20
20
feet.
feet.
Huh?
It's like 20 feet,
to
John.
20
20
feet
feet,
high.
okay. So that makes the floors higher than normal.
Right.
So that's why we have to go up to 70 foot.
And we intend to get that cardiac catheterization lab, make no mistake about that. All right, does anybody wish to be heard on these three public hearings? Not seeing anybody, I'm gonna close the public comment portion. SECRA is just about done, correct, gentlemen? On this, I'm gonna leave it open for written comment to October 21st, and
Yes,
thank
that
you
wanna
very much.
speak.
I closed the public hearing, what do you want? We're closed. We're gonna keep it open till October 21st
For written, right?
for written comments. Today's, oh, I apologize, the 28th, October 28th. The other ones I left open to the 21st too.
I know.
Leave them to the 21st. I apologize, the 28th. We're gonna leave it open to the 28th.
Okay.
Thank you, folks. If you want to submit written comments, thank you. All right, are there any other issues before the town board that anybody would like to speak about? Not seeing anybody. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion we adjourn the town board meeting. So move.
Seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions?
Thank you for
Motion
everybody for
carried.
coming.
I am shocked. We stand adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, wow. I like those.
We owe him money.
Wow.
You never laid anybody on it though.
But I would've.
You didn't do it though.
That's right.
You didn't do it. You didn't have the gumption to back it.
That's what you told me this morning too.
Brother.
Huh?